Today's movie was the new Netflix comedy Set It Up, which premiered about 2 weeks ago, and I finally got the chance to watch it. The one thing I do really like about the Netflix model of feature films is that if you miss it within 2 weeks, a lot of films in regular cinemas, 2-3 weeks max, and you might miss a movie. With Netflix, it's there, and you can get to it when you get to it, and that's, I think, very helpful. Um, that said, I wish I liked this movie a lot more than I did. I didn't find any of the characters relatable. I didn't feel like any of them were fleshed out or real. I couldn't tell you where any of them went to school. I couldn't tell you what they liked other than pizza. I couldn't tell you why they were doing the jobs they were doing, except for the bullshit reasons that they sort of kind of said in dialogue that wasn't sort of founded in anything else that you learned about them as characters. It really felt like it needed 2 or 3 more passes on the script to create like real characters that had fleshed out lives, or I don't know how it just felt empty and full of like cardboard cutouts of characters rather than real characters. I didn't buy any of the chemistry between the two leads that eventually wind up together. I really like Zoey Deutch as an actress. I think she has a great screen presence. But of the films I've seen of hers, this is not the best she can do. And I love Lucy Liu, but like her character felt like such a cliche, and I didn't know anything about her, and I wanted to because she's such a great film presence, and like, just give me more. Give me more. That's all I felt watching this entire film. And it was full of things that I should have loved. Like there was a shout out to Third Eye Blind, and there was some other joke that I really liked. What was it? There was a Coco's kitten joke, which I'm like, these are things I love, but I couldn't love the movie overall, and that's unfortunate. And I wish I've seen a couple of these Netflix rom-coms now, and like I know they're trying to push a rom-connaissance, and I love that because I love rom-coms, and I want a rom-connaissance really bad. But I haven't seen anything here that makes me think we're having a rom-connaissance, and if anything, it just reminds me of how the rom-com died because it got flat and cliched and full of characters that didn't feel real. And what's so great about like some of these 80s, 90s, aughts rom-coms that I grew up with was some of the situations maybe didn't feel real, but all of the characters felt like real people. And unfortunately, that's the one aspect that's not getting into these rom-coms. There's a few more coming out this year that I have some hopes for, and maybe they'll just get better because they need to crank them out to get it better. I don't know. Have people watching them to prove a point and then get better ones. The other thing I really appreciate is that a lot of the directors who are getting to make feature films in this model are mostly television directors, and so it's nice to see that they can transition from television to feature film in this milieu of feature film, and then perhaps they'll move from that to, I don't know, studio films. Although maybe studio films are dying. I don't know. We're in a very strange time in cinema and how models work and what is viable. But I will say that even though they're dying, the independent films that I get to see because they play for a week still bring me more joy than anything I've seen from any other model, be it Netflix or studios. So I'll just keep supporting them indie films, I guess. That said, again, I really love Zoey Deutch, and I hope that she gets to make more and more films. I just hope that she gets to play real characters. So this was Set It Up, directed by Claire Scanlon. You can watch it on Netflix, and I guess you can have your own opinions, but that's how I feel. I really I want a better rom-connaissance. That said, there's a film on Netflix that I watched. It actually came out last year that I really loved. It's not a romantic comedy, but it's a good sort of comedy thriller coming-of-age film called Lainey and Deidre Rob a Train. Is that what it's called? Deidre and Lainey Rob a Train. That I really loved, and it was delightful. It was from a female director, had female leads. Everyone felt real. It felt grounded. If you want to watch a Netflix movie, I suggest watching that one. And have a good night.